Hi there everyone, it's Cassie. Welcome back for another Miss Ink Stamps video. Today we're going to be making a Valentine's card, so let's talk about what we're using. I have the Go Bananas stamp set from Miss Ink Stamps. It's got 3 little monkeys in it, lots of great sentiments that are for just about any occasion. You have the vine and then you have 3 bananas. We've got our Jungle Vine stencil. It actually comes with 4 stencils, so we're going to do some fun stuff with that. We have the Bananas stencil. It's just 1 stencil. And then we have the Lots of Letters die. I just want the hearts from this die. I want to make my own embellishments. And I also have a piece of mixed media cardstock. That measures 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our first layer. I don't know what it is with Miss Ink's stamps and dies and stencils, but I always want to just layer up those backgrounds and have fun. So I took that banana stencil and I combined it with some Distress Spray Stain in the color Mustard Seed. And I don't want to waste all that great color on there, so I'm going to spritz that with some water and put another piece of mixed media cardstock down on top. We'll save that for a rainy day when I don't know what to do or don't have any backgrounds ready to go. And then we'll clean up our mess and we'll move on to using the next stencil. So I love, like I said, I love layering up the stencils. This one has 4 in it. You know that you're on the right path because it says Miss Ink Stamps at the very bottom of each one of those stencils. And you do want to start with this one particular vine. After that, you can do whatever you want in whatever order you want, but you do need to probably start with that first vine because everyone else has the embossed lines on those stencils that go with this particular stencil. So we're starting with that one. I've put it down onto a crafty cling mat. It's called a Clingy Craftmate, and then I've brought in my blending buddies along with some Simon Hurley Create Weeping Willow ink. So we're going to make that first set of vines brown. And so I'm just blending that around, making sure that I have good coverage, and then I'm going to pull that away and I'll clean up my mess off of that stencil. Then I'm going to bring in another stencil. Again, do it however you want, but we're going to bring in the leaves next. That final vine stencil is going to be used with a paste, and because those are usually a little thicker once they dry, I'm going to do that last. So we've put down our first leaf and we're going to bring in some Simon Hurley Create Fore ink and another blending buddy, and we'll just blend that ink on there. And then of course clean up our mess and we'll move on to the next one. So the next stencil is another set of leaves, and I have some Dina Wakley Lime Gloss Spray. So this is going to be like an acrylic. And I chose that instead of just some ink because I wanted it to sit on top of that background. It will pick up some of that color underneath, but I really wanted that to just kind of sit on top. So we're spraying that through the stencil, and I do have a lot of great color on there also, so I'm going to bring in another piece of mixed media paper because I don't want to waste all that ink. And I'm going to clean off my nozzle really well because this is acrylic. I'm going to even spray it with a little bit of water to make sure that doesn't clog. And then we'll pull away our stencil and clean up our mess. It is an acrylic paint, so you don't want it to sit on there too long. So definitely clean off your stencil and whatever background thing you're using. So I did, and we hit our heat tool on top of that, and then we're bringing in that final vine. And so with that final vine, I am bringing in a paste. This is the Simon Hurley Create Fake Plant Lunar Paste. I've used this stuff a lot, as you can tell. I don't have I probably have about half a bottle left, but I love this Lunar Paste. I've had it since they've come out, and I have never had an issue with any of it drying up, so I love using it. I'm using a palette knife to spread it around, and then I'm going to try and scrape up the excess really well, put that away, but I don't want to move too slowly because this is a paste. It will dry on that stencil, and I don't want that, and I don't want it to dry on that Clingy Craftmate, so I'm going to peel away my background and spray a little water there where the paste is, and then we're going to walk away and clean everything up. All right, so that's how our background looks for now. I love it. Has a lot of great texture on there. And so we're going to set that off to the side to dry while I move on to the next thing, which is just this piece of mixed media. It's just a scrap of it. And I sprayed that with some Candied Apple Distress Spray Stain. I love how that looks. And we're going to use this to die cut out our hearts. So I'm going to hit that with my heat tool, and then we'll set that off to the side. Now we need to do our stamping. So I've brought in a piece of Express It cardstock. It's just a really good alcohol marker type of cardstock. One of the bananas, the vine, and then one of the monkeys. We're going to ink that up with some Simon Hurley Create Black Widow. It is my new favorite for using with alcohol markers. And the reason for that is it's very crisp black and it dries super quickly. So I never have any issues with the ink bleeding. It's great. I don't have to wait in between. I'm just going to clean up my mess, and then we'll get right into our coloring. I'm going to do my best to put those colors up on the screen, and I'm using Olos today. And so I've got the yellow green. You'll see I bring in just a scrap, like microfiber cloth. And I do that because sometimes with these Olo markers, you get excess, like super juicy. And so what I've discovered with those is when you start to feel like the ink is flowing really quickly, you might want to have a microfiber cloth nearby and just kind of tap your marker onto that. It's quite the opposite problem with some of the other alcohol markers I've used where they dry out. These ones don't. They are very juicy wet, so it's perfect. I love it. I've had a couple of issues where the ink has dropped out and it, it kind of spreads, which can ruin a piece, but it very rarely happens. And even then, it is alcohol ink, so you can kind of play around with it and you can usually work with whatever you've messed up. All right, so I did debate with our little monkey what I was going to do, what color I was going to use. So I did decide I wanted to use some red grays. And so I'm using some red gray 3 and 5 for his belly and his face. And then I go on to use some red gray 6 and 7 for the rest of him. I'll use some pink for his ears and little dots for his cheeks. But I think I was trying to go for a howler monkey look. Not that I know my monkeys, because I really don't, but I just thought that he would be cute this way. Of course, we're coloring, and we could color him whatever color we wanted. You can color him blue or purple. It's your piece. So whether he looks like an actual monkey that's out there or not, I don't care. I thought he looked super cute this way. So I'm just going to blend those colors out and be super happy with this cute little monkey. All right, our next step would be to fussy cut. I'm just going to fussy cut all the images, meaning I'm just going to hold my scissors and kind of move my paper around it. I know a lot of people really dislike fussy cutting. I don't mind. It's kind of fun sometimes. Just put some music on, do whatever. I do want him to hold the banana, so I'm kind of cutting around his hand a little closer to that. And then that way I can stick the banana in his hand. So I'll just put a little dollop of glue on there. And then I'm going to stick his banana in his hand. And then I also decide I want him to kind of hang from the vine. So we are going to trim on his hand just around where his fingers are so that I can stick him onto the vine. So I'm not going all the way across, obviously, just going to where his fingers are. And then look at how cute he can hang from the vine. Adorable. And then we can kind of play around with how we want him to be on there. But before I do that, I want to kind of frame this piece up. And so I've brought in some Simon Hurley Create Ivy League. It's a very dark green, and I'm just blending that color all around the edges. It just frames the piece up a little bit, adds a little bit extra to this background, and makes me really happy. And so now it's ready, I think. You could do some splatter on there if you wanted, but I think that looks good. It's ready. And see what I mean about layering up those stencils? It's so much fun. And I do it all the time. Miss Ink Stamps has so many great stencils. I highly recommend heading over to the store and checking it out because stencils are so incredibly affordable and super fun. You can do all kinds of fun things with them. So, all right, we're going to bring in some foam strips and layer that on the background. We're going to do that all over the monkey and all over our vine because this way he'll stand out from that background a little bit more. That is a busy background, but I don't think he gets lost in there, especially once we put the foam strips. I just want to make sure that he is positioned correctly because I'm putting that foam tape over his hand and everything else so he won't move. So there he is. That's perfect for me. And now we can peel off all of that release paper and then we can stick him down where we want. You'll notice I do leave some of those edges going over the side. I can trim that excess off, but it will give the illusion that the vine goes beyond the paper. And so I think that just really creates a nice scene. Super fun. All right, before we do anything else, we're going to die cut out our little hearts now. And I'm going to use this entire piece, so I'm going to die cut out a ton of little hearts. And I'm going to end up using every one of them. And that red on that background is really going to pop, so looks really good. Now that that's done, we're going to stamp out our sentiment, which is going to say, love you bunches. And we're going to do that onto some Pear Blossom Press sentiment cardstock. I did use an anti-static powder tool, stamped that out using some embossing ink, and then covered that with some fine detail white embossing powder. I'll put all that stuff away so I don't dump it all over my desk, and then I'll hit that with my heat tool till that is smooth and melted. Then we can trim that down using the guillotine trimmer, and then we'll be ready to start putting our hearts on and putting our sentiment down. So I'm going to be pretty liberal with these. I think those hearts really add to that background. So cute. And then we'll just use our pickup stick and some liquid glue to adhere those down. Then we'll also use the liquid glue to adhere down the sentiment. I thought about using foam strips on the back of that, but then I thought, nah, that's okay. We'll just use some liquid glue. We'll adhere that down, and then we're going to add a few more hearts to the outside. And then we do want to save a few for the inside. So I'm going to grab a card base that measured 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches and was scored at 4 1/4. So we will glue down our panel to the front of that card base. Then we can open that up and add our little hearts to the inside. I didn't want to go too crazy with the glue so that it would seep over and potentially close our card up. And then, so we put 3 on the inside. I have that one small one left, and we're not going to waste them. We're just going to stick them down somewhere. Perfect. And that's going to finish off our card for today. I love how this card turned out. I love it bunches, and I hope you do too. If you do, hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Huge thanks for sticking around, watching my videos, using my affiliate links. All those things keep me producing videos, and I appreciate you very much. So thank you, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye, everybody.